So they say that the more you chase something, the more you push it away. I personally don't believe in that belief. I believe if you want something, you get it with all you got. But something I've noticed lately, all right, so when I moved here to LA, I wasn't worried about making another film. I was just worried about making a living from acting. I was like, whenever I make another film, the time will come, whatever. And so I just focused 100% on acting. It didn't even cross my mind like, oh, I'm ready to make a second feature. And then after a couple of months, probably close to a year, I started thinking, the idea for my next feature film, Rabbit Hole, it just came to fruition. I was like, what's one low budget thing that I could do that will get people excited? Horror, low budget, put a good story, and you got yourself a good movie. And then I started developing that idea, writing the script, the story. And then in the past couple of weeks, I'd say maybe even 3 months, I've been kind of taking, not a break, but taking a step back from acting because I have to focus on making this film, finding the funding, finding the actors, making the story the best it possibly can be, pretty tight script. And then, so I've taken a step back from certain projects that I feel weren't pushing me to that next level. There's some projects that, you do because you think they'll help you with your career, and some that you do for a paycheck. So the ones that I was doing just for a paycheck, I was like, forget about this. It's not going to help my future. Let me focus on this movie, which will help my future. And the second I did that I started saying, you know what, push acting aside, focus on this movie, find another way to make money, I started getting offers and auditions for big projects, big commercials, and roles. I've gotten some pretty good stuff in the last 3 months that I never got after a year of being here. But the second that I told myself, screw acting, I'm going to focus on making this movie because that's what's important to me at the moment, I started getting all these auditions, all these offers for like big fucking commercials for big companies and shit. And it's like, where was all this, Like the second I decided, screw this, it came my way. And then it's kind of ironic. So I guess the last thing is trust your gut and, do whatever you feel that you need. At the time, I felt that focusing on this movie is what I needed. And then all the other things came along without me even putting any effort. So follow your gut and do what makes you happy. If it doesn't make you happy, if I don't like doing something and I feel like it's too much on my head, I stopped doing it. That's why I took a step back from acting. I was on sets and I wasn't satisfied. I felt like I needed more. I needed to do more, make a movie. And I took a step back because I wasn't feeling satisfied and I wasn't enjoying something that I love. And once I start not enjoying something that I love, I'm like, whoa, I don't want to do this, because it's affecting filmmaking and acting, something that I hold very dear. And if I'm not doing something that I feel is of artistic value, it doesn't feel right to me, So I took a step back, and now that I did that to make this film, all these offers came in. So take that information about the universe, whatever, as you will. I personally don't believe in that strategy. I believe if you want something, go at it with all you got.